All right, everybody, we're working on 14.2 work together here. Um, as you can see, we have some transactions here. Doesn't look like a lot. We have five, but two of them we have to record in both the general journal and cash receipts journal. We have to do that because we previously had already written these accounts off. So we will have to work first in the general journal to put them back on the books, and then we'll have to put it in the cash receipts journal to record the cash transaction along with the accounts receivable credit. So we'll go ahead here, and I'm just going to kind of talk you through it. Um, First one, it says here, this is November transaction. We're working for Olson Company, November, December. So the first thing is it's November 4th, and we have writing off Mellon Corporation's past due account as uncollectible. So we've tried there, we have now exhausted all the possibilities. And so we have said this is an uncollectible account. I think you need a plural. Okay. This is a memorandum. Memorandums, again, usually mean general journal. And we're putting in the debit 494. Oops, 494, sorry. The credit is going to be when we do those two accounts. First, accounts receivable, and then the next one will be the Mellon Corporation, or whoever the corporation company is, Horn, Fisher, that type of thing. So we are debiting allowance for uncollectible accounts because we want to keep track of how much we think we will have allowance for uncollectible accounts in this fiscal period. And then we're taking and putting a credit in accounts receivable. We're taking it off the books. We don't want to make accounts receivable look like there's more in there when we really don't believe we're going to get this $494. And then we need to take it off Mellon Corp's accounts, subsidiary accounts receivable ledger, because we don't think they're going to get it. Now, again, in our notes, we showed you that said we don't tell the corporations a lot of times. We'll just do this in hopes of continuing to collect, or if we end up getting a collection of some sort. We'll do the same if you go through this. Sorry. So we're going to do the same allowance for uncollectible accounts. It's a memorandum. Again, here 147. I don't know what happened to 146. But we have 147. We wrote off Horn's past due. So allowance for uncollectible accounts is the first thing, and then we have to get it off our books for Horn Company. And the amount is 1,548, which is too bad. That's a big number, 1,548. But again, accounting for the company or the amount that we are going to write off, so we need to debit the allowance for uncollectible accounts. We are taking it off our accounts receivable, so we need to credit that. We're taking it off who actually owes us because we're saying they're never going to pay us. So we're taking it off that as well. So hopefully those two make sense. Then we're going to receive cash from full payment of Mellon Corporation previously written off as an uncollectible. So what we did is in the past, maybe 90 days or 4 months ago or whatever the case may be, we wrote a company off like we did Mellon Corporation. Well, now we're getting it back. So like we wrote it off on the 4th, a month later we received cash and full payment from Mellon Corporation previously written off. Okay, we have to first do the memorandum and then do the receipt. So the first thing we'll do is we'll say December 8th, and we will go ahead and do, because we need to put this in, accounts receivable and Mellon Corporation. So what we originally wrote off and had to credit, we now have to redo. So we need to put it back on our books. So that's $494. And then what we're going to credit is allowance for, oops, uncollectible accounts for $494. So as you see up here, we debited uncollectible accounts. Well, before the end of December, we want to get this number to show accurately reflect what is actually written off. So we wrote it off. Now we're getting the money, so we need to take it out of there, and we need to put it back into accounts receivable. But we got it. Now you're saying, well, wait a minute, we're going to have $494 in accounts receivable yet. Well, that's what this receipt is for. So when you scroll down to the cash receipts journal here, oops, we'll have December 8th, and we will have Mellon Corporation, and this is, what was it, R341. Remember, you get this from up here. And we need to do a few things. Now remember, we're only going to post individual amounts if they're here. Really, we're going to be probably working in this accounts receivable number so that we can get that off the books for them. And we, since it's a R, received cash, we're going to be debiting cash for $494. Okay, and you're saying, well, we still, when we post the total to accounts receivable, we'll get rid of that part. We're getting rid of the Mellon Corporation part here, and then we should be good to go. I spelled this wrong. Oh, I forgot to do the, it's not going to let me type in there anymore. Spinning wheel. But you get the idea behind what we're doing here. Hopefully this wheel will stop spinning and I can close it. I'm not going to do the rest of them because they're very similar in what is going on. Hopefully that'll help you out with the work together and the